From here, it looks like we got a lot of relationships where there's no turning back. NERDSoul. Late Ill Kid at OneYoungsta holding it down, bringing that StreetGeek and NERDSoul. What is up, my people, today? Oh yeah, coming with another wonderful episode of course, thumbnails. If you draw it and put it on the screen, we are down with it, and we're talking about the one, the only Black Panther. And since we're back from the break, I like where we start off kind of with Cap's funeral. And since there's nobody to bury, they're kind of like, it's more of a memorial thing, and you get to see the emotion on everyone's faces and their voices, because the voice acting really helps pull through their disbelief. And that's something that I dig when it comes to this series, because, you know, of course, when you're drawing, you have the art side, but you still have to bring that emotion from your voice. And I think they really come with it there. But I still have to harp on the fact that, yo, there ain't no cameras in Stark Tower or nothing. There ain't no, like Black Widow, like they ain't even, like Black Widow was just like, he killed him, and they was just like, all right, they ain't take nobody. So you know how I feel about that. You know what I'm saying? I was just like, yo, they ain't even like think that he could be telling the truth. Like, he didn't kill Cap, but you know, we'll table that for now. We're gonna continue on. We jump, of course, with Black Panther, and I like him training and continuing to step up his game, because he knows, yo, I'm gonna see Iron Man again, so I might as well get ready. And I like how he's a step ahead. Like, Iron Man's like, yo, I'm smart, and Black Panther's like, yeah, but I thought about 3 steps ahead. And it's moments like that that make this show cool, because it's their relationships with each other. It's how they maneuver their different truths, their different lies, their different secrets around each other, because they have that history together. So I like that. I really dig it. And I like seeing Shuri in her role now, because her role is kind of trying to reel him in some, because she's like, yo, you still got to run a country, you know, and this stuff with the Avengers, you know, you can't just let this fester. So I do like that relationship we got there. But ultimately, Black Panther like, yo, I'm gonna have to go back. I gotta figure this out myself, because they ain't trying to figure it out. They trying to blame it on me. I'm gonna have to figure it out myself. So, of course, the whole stealth maneuver, kudos, Marvel. I like the stealthiness. I like him sneaking back in. Matter of fact, I like him knowing like all the codes before they even come up. He's like, yeah, I got this, I got that. I'm sneaking in. I'm doing what I got to do. And you find out when he finally, you know, gets in there and, you know, starts to sneak around. Of course, Ant-Man's there, which is cool. Thank you, Marvel, for bringing him in. But the conversations, the action and the fight between them shows kind of what it's like, even outside of Avengers. Like, if you're in a circle of friends, and say, you know, it's 10 of y'all, and, you know, one of y'all is like, hey, but I still like this guy. Like, he didn't do anything. It's cool to see Ant-Man on that side, where it's like, yo, man, look, I don't really know what's going on, but I'm not angry with you. I just, you know, I want to figure this out. Could you stay and not really be under arrest, but we could ask you some more questions? Because I can honestly understand being in that role where you know, you're not angry, but you feel like you're in the middle, because it's like, I like you guys, but I like him too. You know, Black Panther's never done anything wrong to us. Like, you know, we can trust this guy. Like, why is he public enemy number 1? So I see how he's kind of caught in between two worlds, just trying to, I guess, make it work out. But that fight was cool. It shows, I like how each fight, each sequence shows the ingenuity and the physical prowess of T'Challa. We see it with Ant-Man, and we see it, we'll talk about after the jump, because it's huge, but of course with him, with Bucky, and with Tony Stark. And just seeing how he kind of like plays out these fight scenes, how he sees everything coming, how he has these, how he's like, okay, this guy's beating me up like this. Let me peep his style real quick. I really enjoy it. Now, guys, of course, before the break, we gotta get some little help, a little piece. And of course, Cure Brand's gonna help us pay them bills. Oh yeah, check the link below. Hat, shirts, hoodies, all that jazz. And once you find something you like, of course, cop it. Now, let's get into, he's broke in. He's talked to Ant-Man and all that good stuff. But Bucky's there. But Tony's there. And I mean, he already has his little scuffle with Tony, and Tony's like, I can't handle it like that. But I brought an extra piece. You know what I'm saying? I got Bucky up in here. And the Winter Soldier versus Black Panther is just as good as you want it to be. Like, fighting in the middle of the street. Now, of course, there's mad people, people's lives are in danger. But it's cool because you see the scales tip, from one side to the other. You see them kind of figuring each other's styles out. You see them bringing in new, so there's a weapon, sometimes there's not a weapon, then there's a gun, and then, throwing, different objects at each other. It's really nice to see how they play against each other over and over and how these things balance. And then even throwing Tony in the mix where it's kind of 2-on-1 from sometimes, and then 1-on-1. This is some great action. Boy, you need to see these episodes. Super fresh. Love the way they laid these out. But besides that, we find out, oh, he got caught? How did he get caught? It's not supposed to go down like this. Well, yeah. Black Panther's like, yo, I'm trying to find Claw. I know he in jail. I have to drum all this mess up. So we find out all of this is a ruse just to get in jail. And from going to jail, meeting Claw, figuring out what he knows, breaking him out, it just goes to show how far ahead, how much chess T'Challa is truly playing. T'Challa knew he couldn't just show up and get put in jail. He knew that wouldn't happen. He knew if he showed up, they probably want to have a conversation. He's like, no, I want to go to jail because I need to see Claw. And he knew he couldn't ask like, yo, man, can I speak to Claw? No, they're going to be like, nah, you can't do that. So he was like, yo, I got to go fight. I got to beat some people up. I got to blow some things up. Then they'll put me in jail. And it just shows, yo, he knows what you'll do before you do it. And even in him breaking him out, even in him meeting up with Spider-Man, you see that he is well trained and well prepared for what Claw will do, Tony will do, Bucky will do, Ant-Man, all of that. And it's impressive. Now, of course, I would be remiss without saying that it was nice to see Spider-Man and Black Panther working together. It did seem like Spider-Man's model was a little bit off. Maybe they were trying to work really quick. It didn't seem like his model was strange or something like it didn't match the animated series that we were watching. But I like the youthful kind of look through his eyes on, well, I mean, he can't be a bad guy. He helped me out. He stopped these guys. So seeing more people like Ant-Man, like Spider-Man, maybe it's the insects, man. The insects, they know best. But, Ant-Man, Spider-Man, looking at Black Panther saying like, yo, there's got to be more to this story. Because if there wasn't, he would have just beat me. He would have just hurt me. He would have tried to kill me or something like that. He would have broke my bones or something. And he worked to protect me. He worked to stop the bad guys. So his conversation with Tony really, I hope, changes the perception slightly of where Tony stands. And maybe we can start to figure out what really, really happened, because I'm not sure, at least not right now, that Captain America is dead. So guys, holla at me, I'm holla at you. Down in them comments, let's talk Black Panther. I know I got another one coming up. We will catch up super soon, but until then, I'm gonna tell you to holla at me at ThatNERDSoul.com. That's right, check me out right there. All my videos from the oldest, newest, latest, greatest, and all that. Then hit up shop.ThatNERDSoul.com and pick yourself up a t-shirt player. Don't forget to get one for them playettes. Then come back here, like, comment, subscribe, and share that Nerd Soul. That's right, there's no better way that I can show people that you like what you are watching. So, LA, what up? VA, what up? RVA, you got my heart. And please be good to yourselves. Please be good to each other. And remember, man, the best way to fight in public is just to go all out. Peace.